Hi folks, I'm here at the Creation Museum in Petersburg, Kentucky to talk about why have a Creation Museum. So first of all, what is it? Well, basically, the Creation Museum is a museum like any other. It has exhibits about history, various sciences like biology, anthropology, archaeology, astronomy, and so on. But all these exhibits are told and explained from a biblical perspective rather than a secular one. Now, it's just as scientifically rigorous as any other museum, but it's based on our knowledge of how God created the world, which we know from Scripture. So why do we need a creation museum? Well, Christians have largely abandoned science to the secular world, and this is shameful. We're the ones who invented modern science, modern empirical science. All the first scientists were Christians. They were seeking to understand God's creation. And modern empirical science was only discovered in the Western European region, what was called Christendom, not in the older, more technologically advanced civilizations like China or the Islamic Empire. And the reason is because only the Christian worldview leads to a rationally ordered creation that can be studied, that can undergo repeatability, that makes sense, that follows rules because God the Creator made it that way, and it reflects His rationality and character. So science can only truly work on a Christian foundation. So that's why it's important that we have museums like this. Now, when I say science, I'm talking about the scientific method, which means we do testable, repeatable experiments and follow the evidence where it leads according to logic and the conclusions that can be logically drawn. I'm not talking about the conclusions of modern day scientists, because they don't follow this, model to the letter. They design their experiments to prop up their anti-God worldview. They come to conclusions, they cherry-pick data, and they manipulate it to verify the things that they already believe. Their conclusions are based on flawed assumptions, and so they become flawed conclusions. They manipulate evidence and have generally lost their way. And all of the conclusions that do come from the secular scientific world erode people's confidence in their faith. So here at the Creation Museum, we have an alternate origin story. We have the true origin story, of which the scientific explanations are an alternate version. They're trying to deny God. In order to do that, they have to have their own origin story because they can't accept the book of Genesis. So we're working to advance the domain of the kingdom of Christ, but the secular museums are advancing the domain of the enemy. We are at war here, as the scripture says, but it's a spiritual war. Now, all the modern museums have fallen in line with the popular scientific dogmas, and they just promote evolution. Most of the museums in every city are evolution museums by default. So we need more and more of these creation museums to counter that narrative. Wouldn't it be great to have one in every city? This is just a start, and there's only a few out there. We need to get Christian youth and adults to be interested in science and to take back science from the secular world. Remember, we're the ones who invented it. We have to show how science confirms the true worldview, Christianity. That's why we do science videos here on this channel, and we appreciate ministries like this one, Answers in Genesis, Creation Ministries International, International Institute for Creation Research, Reasons to Believe, the ones that are taking science and making it fit with our Christian worldview. Well, we're having fun here at the Creation Museum and the Ark Encounter, and we highly recommend them. Come on down and have a look for yourself. See them both, they're very close by, and send your skeptical friends. They need to see these exhibits because there's lots of answers to the kinds of questions that we get when we do apologetics, and there's a presentation of the gospel. When you see these exhibits, you get those answers in a more vivid and tangible way than just reading an article or even watching a YouTube video. Well, that's our video for today. I hope it's been a blessing to you. Thanks for watching. Please give us a like and subscribe, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.